Welcome to the Community Ambassador online induction for the Gold Coast 2018 Commonwealth Games. And just remember those two hashtags, GC2018 and share the dream. So today's induction will be running through an introduction to the Gold Coast 2018 Commonwealth Games, the sports and venues. We'll look at ticketing, transport and accommodation, and the Community Ambassador Program and the expectations of you as an ambassador. So first, an introduction to the Commonwealth Games. The Commonwealth Games is known as the Friendly Games, and the Commonwealth of Nations gather every 4 years. The Commonwealth Games was first held in 1930, and in Australia in 1938 it was held in Sydney. The aim of the Games is to unite the Commonwealth family through sport, and it has three core values: humanity, equality, and destiny. There are 70 nations in the Commonwealth Games, and they represent a collection of diverse nations across every continent: Asia, Africa, Oceania, the Americas, and beyond. A rich variety of faiths, languages, cultures, and traditions. And there are some serious numbers to back up the Commonwealth. There's 2.1 billion people in the total Commonwealth population, 70 nations and territories competing, 6,600 athletes and officials. Australia is number one in the medal count with 852 gold over the history of the Games. There'll be 15,000 volunteers, and 21% of the world's land is Commonwealth land as far as an area breakdown. Commonwealth Games medal history: Australia tops the total medal count, followed by England, Canada, India, New Zealand, South Africa, Scotland, Kenya, Nigeria, Wales, Malaysia, Jamaica, Singapore, Northern Ireland, Pakistan, Ghana, Cyprus, Uganda, Cameroon, and Nauru. A good, solid representation across all of the continents. The Gold Coast version, the 2018 Commonwealth Games, the vision is to stage a great Games in a great city, leaving great memories and great benefits for all. There are 18 sports, 7 para-sports, 275 total medal events. It's the biggest event in Australia this decade and the biggest event ever in Gold Coast history. Gold Coast will be the first regional city to host the Commonwealth Games, and there's a cumulative global audience of 1.5 billion people. The timeline for the Commonwealth Games 2018: the opening ceremony is on Wednesday, 4th of April, and the Games will commence and closing on Sunday, 15th of April, a total of 11 days. The sports and the venues, we'll be concentrating on the sports that still have tickets available to be sold, and we'll be talking through the venues that host those sports. The first venue is the Carrara Sports and Leisure Centre, which will host badminton, wrestling, weightlifting, and powerlifting. And our first focus sport is weightlifting, which is one of the most exciting and dramatic sports. Each weightlifter has 3 attempts at 2 different lifts, the snatch and the clean and jerk, and athletes are judged on the combined weight of their best lifts. And every day is a different weight class in which a gold medal will be awarded. And the countries to watch: India, Nigeria, Canada, England, Papua New Guinea, New Zealand, Malaysia, Cameroon, Samoa, Australia, Nauru, Sri Lanka, and Fiji. Tickets start at $20 for children and $40 for adults. The next sporting is wrestling, and the style is freestyle wrestling, which takes place on a 12-meter by 12-meter mat. There are 6 different weight classes for men and women: technique, balance, strength, and determination. And the countries to watch: India, Nigeria, Canada, Cameroon, England, Pakistan, New Zealand, Scotland, and South Africa. Tickets $10, start at $10 for children and $20 for adults. And the final sport at the Gold Coast Carrara Leisure Centre is badminton, which is the fastest competitive racket sport in the world and one of the few competitions to feature a mixed gender team event. And the countries to watch are India, Malaysia, England, Scotland, New Zealand, Sri Lanka, Canada, Northern Ireland, Singapore, and Australia, with tickets starting at $10 children and $20 for adults. Then we move on to Carrara Stadium, in which the athletics will be held, the flagship event for the Commonwealth Games. There's 4 event groups: track events, field events, combined events, and road events. Tickets start at $10 for children and $20 for adults. And the countries to watch: Jamaica, England, Australia, Kenya, Canada, New Zealand, South Africa, India, Nigeria, Uganda, Scotland, Trinidad, Tobago, Cyprus, and Wales. Moving on to our third venue, Oxenford Studios, and that's the traditional Village Roadshow studios, which will be used for the first time for sport. And that includes boxing, table tennis, and squash. The first is boxing, a highly multicultural sport, and the women joined boxing at Glasgow Commonwealth Games in 2014. 6 weight divisions from 46 kilos to heavyweight, and countries to watch: England, Australia, Scotland, Northern Ireland, Canada, India, New Zealand, Wales, Nigeria, Uganda, Pakistan, Mauritius, and South Africa. And tickets start at $10 for children and $20 for adults. The second sport at Oxenford is table tennis, a high-action, high-entertainment sport, and countries to watch: Singapore, England, Australia, India, Malaysia, Canada, Nigeria, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, Scotland, Wales, and Jamaica. And tickets starting at $10 for children and $20 for adults. And finally, squash at Oxenford Studios, a fast-paced racket sport. There's also an exciting show court there in which all 4 walls are glass and you can see the action from all angles. And the countries to watch: England, Australia, Malaysia, India, New Zealand, Kenya, Sri Lanka, Papua New Guinea, Malta, and Scotland. And tickets starting at $10 for children and $20 for adults. Moving on to the Gold Coast Hockey Centre, we have the sport of field hockey. Highly competitive, 60-minute matches, action-packed, and there'll be world-class players on show. And the countries to watch: Australia, England, India, New Zealand, Malaysia, Pakistan, South Africa, Scotland, and Canada, with tickets starting at $10 for children and $20 for adults. And a quick look at the sports schedule, and you can see there's different sports happening at different times. Sports like badminton, hockey, squash, and table tennis will be running right through. Sports like weightlifting are at the start, and wrestling is happening at the end of the program, and a range of sports to attend. In addition to the sports is Festival 2018, which is a 12-day free cultural festival, a celebration of diversity of the Commonwealth. It runs from the 4th to the 15th of April 2018. It features global and local music, theatre, dance, art, and Indigenous performers, and it's being held on the Gold Coast, Brisbane, Cairns, and Townsville. And the website is gc2018.com/festival2018. Moving on to ticketing, transport, and accommodation. Ticketing is very simple: gc2018.com/tickets. And it's very interesting to note that there'll be also free transport, public transport on event day with your ticket, and all ticket fees are included. So that makes it quite easy to get around. And accommodation, if you're going to go up to the Gold Coast or are looking to recommend your friends, visit gc2018.com/accommodation. Moving along to the Community Ambassador Program. First, who are the Community Ambassadors? Community Ambassadors are leaders from a broad range of groups, including peak body community leaders, social media leaders, community media, festival managers, sport fanatics players, and cultural organisation leaders. Your role as a Community Ambassador is to share information and content, promote yourself, your role, your community, and promote attending events, to celebrate the opportunity, join fan bays in certain sports like hockey. There will be dedicated fan bays for certain areas, and report back to us what you're doing. And it's all about a celebration. The program is bound by a code of conduct, and we expect the highest standard of behaviour, respect, and fair treatment. You must not discriminate or harass based on race, creed, gender, disability, sexual orientation, or religion. You're not to use racial or derogatory language in this role, and you're not to be impaired by drugs or alcohol while performing any ambassador duties. Please let us know before you talk to any media. And on social media, please don't post or authorize any questionable content. And Red Elephant reserves the right to revoke your appointment for any breach of this code of conduct. A key way you can help as an ambassador is to help us grow our fan club e-newsletters. We have 10 different e-newsletters that will be going out, and these will be particularly crucial for during the games when we learn more information about where your country's athletes are playing, and some of the sports like table tennis have their draw. Join the fan clubs. Please share the website gc2018.com/fan clubs, and that will have a list of all the different flags of the countries, and just click on the countries that you're interested in receiving information from. And this will be your customized pathway to key information. Social media is also very important, and we ask that you tag where possible, and Facebook, Gold Coast 2018 Commonwealth Games, Twitter at GC2018, and of course remember to use those hashtags GC2018 and hashtag share the dream. Please don't lift any images off Google, and only post images that have been supplied or taken personally, and follow these channels as well. It's a great way to stay across what's happening. So we've now completed the formalities, and I'll leave you with 3 final items. Represent proudly, and congratulations, our new community ambassadors. This is your chance to be a part of history. 11 incredible days of world-class sporting competition. Please feel free to contact our team with any queries you have, and have a great Commonwealth Games. Thank you.